Alright, so hello everybody and welcome back to a new video from CG Blast channel. My name is Alberto Gatto and I'm a 3D character animator currently working in the industry. And so today I'm here with a simple tutorial, animation tutorial. And actually this is a tutorial that I'm doing because I was asked by one of our followers to explain a little bit how to animate squash and stretch. So I'm gonna be going through this with a really basic tutorial animating a bouncing ball. So this is a bouncing ball that we provided by Animation Mentor. I've been one of the students during year 2011, 2012. And so that's the reason why I have access to certain rigs and tools from the school. Okay, let's really dig right into it. And in this case, in this rig of this, as I said, simple ball, we have certain controls that will help us create this squash and stretch. So as you can see here, I have the possibility to already have a good control of the proportions of the ball, thanks to this really well made bouncing ball. So this is really well done, and there are some extra, of course, controls here that can help us, you see, animate this ball here. But what I want to do today is just applying the squash and stretch to a simple bounce. So we're gonna go straight into it, and it's gonna be a really straightforward tutorial. I'm gonna go into my animation preferences and set everything to auto, because this is gonna be an animation that will not require, at least for me, to work in step mode or in blocking, let's say like this, because it's there are animators out there who really prefer to not work always in step mode. There are certain things that they prefer doing in linear or in auto mode in Maya or in spline. And there are other things that actually, as I said, they prefer working in step mode. So they're like blocking their animation, from key poses and then going there and adding in between, breakdowns and then in betweens and further on. So it's gonna be the same thing in this case. We're gonna have some key poses, but I really prefer working. This is for my personal workflow. I really prefer working in spline or in auto mode in this case. So cool. The first thing I want to do is, because I have created this cube, I want to go here, create a layer, and just go here, select this box here a couple of times to have this R, so that we're not gonna be able to select it anyway. So we're just gonna be able to select our ball. Okay, so what I want to do now is go here and create a selection set, because sometimes we can have like animation pickers, as I said in the early tutorials. But what I want to do now is not use any pickers, but create my own picker. So I want to go here and just go on create, set, quick select set, and let's say call this ball and add to shelf. So here we are, we have it here. So now that we're ready, yeah, everything is ready. So what I want to do now is select everything with this selection set and press S on our keyboard, and now we have our basic pose, which is the standard one. So the first thing I would like to do is like creating an anticipation, like the ball creating that momentum of energy down before boom, going in the air and creating a nice jump, let's say a nice bounce. and then it will come back down again and squash it again while it's coming down. Boom, and have this like squashing and then settle again up. So this is what we're gonna try to animate in few minutes, let's say. So it's gonna be like really straightforward. So now what I want to do is go, let's say, on frame 8. I'm just gonna go by imagination, what could be best. And be sure to have this little guy selected, so it's gonna automatically create poses and keyframes while we're adjusting things. All right. Okay, so it's not bad. Maybe we can actually make it a little bit softer. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay, I want to extend this to 100 frames just because we can have more, or maybe not. Let's say 50. We can have more time. Okay, and now I want to create like a pose somewhere around here. Okay, where we're actually gonna have our ball, the selection. Yeah, there we go. Of this squash and stretch control. And we want to bring it all the way up here. Okay, so this is going to be the last frame where our ball will be touching the ground. So we have all this, and then boom, it's really fast doing up here to this pose. And now what I want to do is select everything, put a key on all the things we have, and a few frames later, I want to bring the ball. First of all, I want to put this value to 0, then select this other control and bring the ball up here where it's going to be the highest point that our ball will be touching the sky. The highest place that our ball will be, the highest place that will reach the sky. Okay, cool. So if we actually play our animation now, we can see that actually it can be a little bit more fast. So we're gonna select everything, and we're gonna take these frames a little bit earlier. Okay, say maybe a little bit more. Yeah, maybe this can be actually faster. Okay. And maybe also actually we can push this one. I'm just trying to, yeah, trying to go by imagination. Actually, maybe this can be a little bit slower. We're gonna speed it up later. Okay, so cool. And now, once we're up here, we of course would like to have a little bit of hang time. So what we actually can do is create a pose here and maybe bring this guy a little bit more down. You see, like creating that slowing up there. Okay. Maybe just bring it down a little bit more. All right. This is just experimenting. Okay, so now I want to duplicate what we have here. And copy this guy here, bring it here. How many frames do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So let's put a key everywhere, as I said. And now what I want to do is, again, create and duplicate this pose and bring it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's bring this a little bit earlier. So it's basically just copying and pasting what we just have. We're creating a certain kind of loop. Okay. And now we can also duplicate this guy here, just because we want to make things happen. Okay, and we want to just make this a little bit slower. Okay, and also just going down a little bit more. Let's extend our animation by other few frames. Okay, now let's go up here and create like a settle pose. So this is gonna be a little overshoot. Okay, so we're settling our ball at this point. You see, like, it's coming down, and then it's like taking that energy, going up again, and just settling a little bit more. Okay, cool. It's really nice. For me, it's working okay. So there's a lot of things we still need to work on. And so right now, what I want to do is start creating some poses in between. But first of all, I want to go here and put a key of every single part here, every single key. So where I have a key, I want to put it to the entire character. So the first thing I want to do now is start creating some eases. Okay, so I'm working a little bit on the timing and also the spacing a little bit, and of course trying to get that kind of good rhythm to this whole thing. But the most important thing that I want to do is that we need to have like incremental movements, so that things have accelerations and decelerations. So so what I want to do first of all is open my favorite tool, which is the Tween Machine, and select everything. Where is it? I lost it. There we go. And so I want to go here and start to create some little ease movements. So like starting right now, we feel like it's too linear, this movement. So let's put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and create like yeah, favoring still this other pose on the left on 1, and then have like a sort of kind of speed up, so we can see that it's like speeding. Yeah, now we put this one here on 10. All right, and actually what I want to do is on 12, I want to put this one here, and then take 14 and bring it a little bit later. Okay, so now we can feel that it's like creating that kind of momentum. First of all, actually we can put this one here and this one here. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so it's screening. You can feel this energy that it's slowly creating that momentum down. It's taking all the energies, and then boom, it's gonna be jumping up in the air. So right now here, what I want to do is go for a second, selecting no, let's do another thing. by having everything selected, let's go a few frames later and yeah, play around with the pose and maybe yeah, do something like this. Like, okay. Okay, that's not bad. Maybe we can bring this guy a little bit more down. So put this guy here. This guy here. All right. So we're just, we're creating this kind of moment where the ball is like stuck a little bit from the floor, like hang time. It's giving that cartoony feel. Okay. I want to be sure that everything is on auto mode. Yes. Let's go back here. Be sure, yeah, it's everything on auto. And also this one maybe can be faster. Or maybe not. Maybe we can play with the tween machine. Okay. Okay, it's not bad. So we can see that it's actually creating that acceleration, isn't it? And now I feel that maybe this part here must be faster. So we select everything. Like boom, yeah, it's really needs to be faster. All right. Cool. Not bad. Cool. So yeah, at this point, let's just hide for a second the controls and see what we have so far. Okay, so it's not really bad. I feel that we can polish it a little bit so that we can have that extra feel of smoothness. But the timing is there, so we just need to work on a little bit, maybe on a few little things and in the graph editor to clean things up. Yeah, and maybe just put some extra informations. Yeah. Cool. As I said, this is a basic way that I would approach this kind of animations. Cool. Let's select this control by now. And I want to open my nice graph editor and work in the translate Y and see how things are. So as you can see, actually, there are some places like this key where there's not a smooth path, there's not a smooth tangent. So I want to go here and just play around with it and clean it up just a bit. Okay. Make a round, more shape to it. Okay. And also on here, one of the things that I want to do, because I can feel when I saw the animation that this part here is a little bit too smooth. And we want to have like a drastic change. So that's why I want to take these two keys and use this tool, which is the break tangents. What will happen is that by doing this, we can control the kind of shape. And so I want to just bring it up here, do the same thing here, and try to, have this more round kind of shape. Maybe this is really a simple tweak, but I'm sure that I can already feel that little difference into it. Okay. And also, I feel that maybe this is a tweak that I can do by eye. Uh, I would like to delete for a second and just make it a try. Just trying a little bit. Um, just to make some changes. And without having extra keys, I just wanna try, creating a nice round shape without having too much keys. Okay. Yeah, just experimenting, because sometimes there are some places where we can actually avoid having too much stuff. So I want to just have a little feel. Yeah, okay, that's really nice. So we can feel that the ball is like hanging up a little bit, but I would like to keep it more favoring this key. So what I want to do is actually take these two, bring it up, and do something like this. Just experimenting and see how it feels. Maybe it's not going to work, or maybe yes. We'll see. Yeah, it's not really perfect, the shape of it. But yeah, it can work, I think. We'll see. Okay, yeah, it's not bad. Just for, as a demo, it's not bad. So I can imagine, just try to imagine if this ball would have like little legs that when it reaches the highest point, we have these legs like going, really could be nice, really cartoony stuff. When I animate certain things like this, I try to say, okay, what if this ball would have like legs to it, going like really Warner Brothers style legs, like running in the air, trying to run. Yeah, that's really nice. Cool. So we're almost there. I want to put like little other tweaks, and that little tweak could be, maybe we can go here and have like a little ease. Yeah, we can still have a little ease. Yeah, like still having a little bit less. Yeah, it's feeling better. So it's like still creating that acceleration, maybe a little bit less here, and then a bigger one here. Yeah, deleting that one. And also, actually, we can delete a couple of them. So it's gonna, you see, like reaching that point, and slowly also. What if we could delete also this one? Let's see. No, maybe if it's like this. Yeah, it's really nice. It's not bad. And also on the bottom one, control here, I want to add a little bit down here. So it's like we feel that it's like organic almost. Yeah, I feel it's nice. So we just added a little bit of stretch here at this frame, just a little bit. Yeah, let me see if we delete also this one. Oh yeah, that's not. Oh, maybe not. It's okay like this, as a demo, of course. So yeah, I think it's working pretty well. It's not bad at all. So let's close everything. Let's go a little bit closer. And yeah, we're basically done. Animation is not, it's not bad at all. So this is of course a little demonstration. Of course, I actually forgot to check, because actually it's working really well already. First of all, let's save our animation. This is one of the things I always forget about. So let's call it squash and stretch. Cool. So we know that everything is saved. I would like to see at the end of the animation, as we can see here, this is the end part where we have that kind of settle, which is working really well at the moment. So I'm not gonna stick to it much. Yeah, I just want to tweak a little bit, maybe softening out some places. Yeah, it's not bad at all, because at the moment it's working really fine for me, at least for me. Yeah, we can add maybe another pose 4 frames later. Just you know, create another little bit of settle. Let's see it when it comes down. Yeah, that's working well. So nothing too fancy, as I said. It's a really basic animation. Yeah, nothing's too fancy, as I said. Squash and stretch may be one of those things that you need to practice a little bit on. Of course, this might be it seems to be like a simple thing when it comes to squash and stretch. At the beginning, I was one of those junior animators who would say, "Oh, that's simple. It's not complicated." The problem is that most of the times when we animate something and we want to put a lot of squash and stretch, that it's really visible, so it's not something that you can just feel, but you actually can see. Like in this case, that makes everything more organic. It can happen that we lose control of everything, so we really need to take care and be aware of what we're doing, because actually if we put too much information, we have our base animation that can be complex already, and if we put too much stuff also in the squash and stretch that can be extra informations, we can really go crazy with it. So but this is a basic thing, and it took us like half an hour almost to do. Of course, it took me a little bit of time because I'm not really fast on like talking and also animating at the same time, trying to explain what I'm doing. But this is a thing that a professional animator can do in maybe in 5 minutes or so. This is the thing. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, that it was helpful for you. If you have any kind of questions about any doubts you have about how to animate certain things, we can eventually consider the idea of creating a tutorial out of it. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel in order to make this thing grow. And so it's been nice to creating this. It was nice to create this tutorial for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hope to hear from you soon. Take care, and as always, happy animating. See you on another video. Bye.